Hello, good evening, good
Good.
morning, good afternoon, and good night, depending on what part of the world you are watching us from. Um, my name is Vera Ogbomo, in case you are joining us for the first time. I hope we all are doing okay, and I hope, the weather is actually very beautiful here at the moment, and I hope it's all good for you out there. Today, I have the pleasure, to have my business partner with me. And it's actually a very, very, important privilege, for me because I actually contacted her within a very short time, and she decided to honor me with her presence. I won't be saying too much, about your introduction, Sister Malchida. So I will give you the chance, to introduce yourself to our audience.
Hello, everyone. How we all doing? Well, wherever you're watching from, hello, 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 and well, those who will be watching live, thank you for joining us, and those who will be catching the replay. Well, I hope you stay till the end. Like I always say, sometimes some people who are watching might already have the information, and there might be some people who that would need this information. So share, share, share. So it's about to get lit in here. So grab your popcorns, grab your drinks, and just chill with us. So my name is Matilda, and I live in the UK with my husband and 4 children. I've got an amazing daughter and triplet boys. And I'm a digital strategist extraordinaire. So we're here to just chill and talk about our business. I'm so excited talking about my business. I can go on and on and on. So just don't even get me started. So yeah, so we're just here to chill. It's just a chill conversation, really. So just stay with us. Okay. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sister Matilda. That was a very beautiful, introduction of yourself, and yeah, that was very beautiful introduction about yourself. And like you've all heard, she is a mom, to 4 beautiful kids with triplets. I really don't know how she does it. I know myself. I had, and I have 6 singletons, but the truth is, at least I have, some, spaces between them, so there's a way you can actually maneuver. But like when you have three individuals, running around, and you're trying to pursue them at the same time, do things, for them at the same time. In fact, you need extra, muscles, you need extra strength, and you need, I actually, I I actually don't think now for you, to be honest. When you feel that you are a king or a queen, and then you see somebody who is more superior, you'll be humbled. I'm actually humbled, by your strength and a resilience. Um, right now, sis, we are, like you said, we are going to dive straight into our interview, because as I know, as a busy mom, so I will give you time to really tell me how and what actually motivated you, to pursue a career in the digital business.
Well, basically, like I said, I'm a mom of 4. I've got triplet boys, and I mean, most of us who live abroad, right? There's little or no help when you have children. Like, it's not like Africa where you have the whole community that can help you with your children. So I had my mom over, and then I had my niece. But I mean, my mom had to go back to Nigeria, and so I I was literally all by myself and the Holy Spirit. It was me and the Holy Spirit because my husband was working. I mean, we're buying things for children like times 4, because Nadine was like 3 when I had the boys, so she was still like a baby. So we're buying things for like 4 children, and it was a whole lot. I mean, 6 family of 6 with just one source of income. Just figure that out, and we're living abroad, so it was a whole lot. And I wasn't working, and I'm not used to. I'm very independent. I like to own my own money, you know. So when the boys were 15, I just told myself, you know what, this is not going to work. Just me sitting at home and taking care of these children, because I mean I can't work, right? Leave them and do the regular office work. So I needed to wait till like maybe when they were 3. Even when they turn 3 and they start nursery, I still have to do school runs, right? I have to do school runs. And then, so I just thought for me to start any proper work, it will be like another 5 years. I said, that's not going to happen. So I prayed to God. They didn't know what it is. Are you done? Sorry, guys, we're doing homework and as we're doing live. So sorry, that's the
That
beauty of
is
having.
perfectly okay. As you all can see, we are live, we are live. So this is our real life, actually. So there is um we quite everybody quite understand anyway, and I understand as well.
I'll do it for you. So yeah, so I just thought, I mean, I'm not gonna sit at home and then this man will be struggling and then we're just I mean, like the Bible says, the blessings of God they make rich and add no sorrows. So I'm like, we can't be struggling and these are blessings. So there's no way we can be struggling to take care of them. So I said, God, I need to be able to do something around these children from the house, something I can do that is flexible. And so one day I was just new to WhatsApp and I just thought, okay, that they were 15 months at the time. So after I put them to bed, I said, okay, let me even go and see what's happening on this WhatsApp status thing. And that's how I went there. And that is the best day of my life. After God and my children and my husband, I just went there and I was just scrolling through. And there's this friend of mine from church. She posted something on her status. She's a project manager, and she was like, "Oh, she just started this new digital business, and it's very flexible. Anybody who wants to check it out, this is her website. Register, watch the." I said, "Okay, why not?" So I mean, I was looking for something, right? So I checked. I registered on her website and I watched the webinar and I was like, oh my goodness, this is exactly what I'm looking for. But it sounded too good to be true because I was like, Matilda, are you sure you heard correctly? So after, and trust me, this webinar is 90 minutes. So after I watched the 90 minutes workshop. I said, are you sure you heard correctly? After I put my babies to bed, I went back again and watched that 90 minutes workshop. And immediately I didn't need, I mean, it's not rocket science. I knew this is what I was looking for. It was just got answered, prayers answered. And immediately I hopped on, and that's how I started my business. So the reason why I started was because of my triplet boys, because I needed to do something. I mean, with Nadine, if it was just one child, of course I would have been there because I had a plan. I had something I wanted to do, but my friend was like, okay, wait till the boys come, see how things go before you start that career path. But when they came, reality met expectation, and both of them, the reality was like, you can't do anything till these boys turn like 3 or 5. So the next best thing was starting my own business, and this business was just God sent, and that's how I got on, and here I am almost 2.5 years after, and we're still rocking it, and this is all I do. So yeah.
Oh my God, that is actually fabulous. That is just, so mind blowing. There's just one thing that actually blows my mind with this business and with, the testimony of people who actually got into the business.
Yeah.
And somehow it's almost the same story. It's this like one you hear of someone, which would be like, in my own case as well. I was actually praying for something when I found this business. Even though I still found it, I still did not take action because in my own case, I was trying to make sure that everything was okay because if I was going to go into it, it was going to be full time.
Yeah.
But then, and at the same time, I was afraid, to leave my job at the time because I felt that, oh my God, that was my, if you if you say my familiar zone. I didn't want to
Yeah.
leave my familiar zone. And I didn't want to leave my kids, wanting something that I cannot, provide.
Right.
So I just, kept the business, I mean, the business idea aside while I kept, working until it got to a point, in my life where I was nearly paralyzed to be, so to say, I have a very bad, back pain that I just couldn't move. The only thing I can do was to either stand up or to sit down. I mean, to lie down. I can't sit down at all. So it was at this point, there was a day I was actually experiencing an excruciating pain when I got it. I just, went into bed just to let it pass, and in order for me to take my mind off it, I took my phone just to have a look at what is going on my news feed. And lo and behold, I saw this ad again. So this time I said, I think this is what I'm actually looking for because I do know that, there are some times that I've actually denied myself of things that I know that I need, but this is just it. And um before, I
Well,
mean, after I hopped in, it has been, a big blessing for me. It has been, the best decision that I ever made for myself and, for, my family. So, like, as you all can see, this business is for everyone.
absolutely.
I've had people, coming to ask me, do you think I can do this? The truth is, everybody can actually do this. The
Of
only
course,
thing that you need is, if you are coachable, if you are determined that you need a change in your life, if you are determined that you need a change in your situation, then this business is for you. And if
absolutely.
you are actually out there and you are saying, okay, I do not have time, talk about Matilda, who is currently, handling,
Exactly.
triplet
Exactly.
and a toddler at the moment.
Lie down.
Talk about me, who has 6 children. Hello, sweetheart. Hi, beautiful. So
Lie down.
talking about us, like, we have every excuses,
Absolutely.
not to do the business. But
Yeah.
then when we found that our wise was actually greater than, whatever excuses that we have to hop in. So if you're out there and then you're watching us and you are thinking of how to go about this business, the truth is, sit back and
Log it.
watch the rest of this interview, because we are going to have some tips for you, and some advice for you as well on how to begin this digital business. Okay, and that takes us to the next question. Sister Matilda, sorry now, I'm just this sister thing, because the truth is that this business is just so, tell me that it's just so, I feel like we are family.
Exactly. That's
Even though
something.
we've not met
Yeah.
ourselves, but you see the respect and the love we have for each other is just so, is beyond, understanding. So
Yeah.
the only way I can actually, keep that is just to, put a sister, in the front of your your name, just to, accord you that respect. Um, so like I said, the next question is your business currently operated, or even though I know you said you've actually answered this, partially in your during your introduction, but I just still want you, to throw more light on this, how you operate your business. And maybe I just have to, twist the question around how you operate your business, being a full-time, mom at the moment.
Okay. Well, basically, planning. Okay. Planning. Like for me, the moment I knew I was having triplets, I mean, when the boys came, even with Nadine, Nadine was on a routine. Okay, so once the boys came too, it was just routine. So they were on the routine, which helped me a lot, So everybody's sleeping at the same time, everybody's eating at the same time, everybody's having their bath at the same time. So when I started the business, I mean, like we say, nothing works if you don't work it, right? Nothing is
Yeah,
There's no magic to anything. You have to put in the work, right? You
yeah.
have to do your own part. So when I started, I needing reduce the volume. When I started, obviously my children were are on routine, so that helped me a lot. So what I now did is just tweaked their routine a little bit. So I sent them to bed earlier than I used to, like an hour earlier. And then I focus on my business. I focus on my training, because the beauty about our business, which is why I love this business, is so flexible. So everything is done at my own pace and at my own time. So I put my children to bed and then I do my training, I do my business, and that's how I was able to, maneuver and get ahead, because I needed something that was flexible enough for me to be able to do school runs and to take care of my children, which is why I started the business in the first place. So not something where it has to be on a timer, or you have to do this at this time, or no, it works for me. That's why I joined the business, because it works for me, and it's all automation. So my part I did when it suits me, at my own time, and obviously when my children are sleeping and they are not in the way. So that's basically how I run my business. I just plan ahead, really. Yeah.
In fact, you just said it all. The thing is, for us to even exist at all, for us to even function at all, we need planning, and that has to do with everything. Like, for those who might be interested in the business and they're thinking of how to go about it, because obviously probably you have your hands full. You've just heard now how Sister Matilda, manages her, children. It just because if you think of it, what we are doing right now is for them, it's for their future, it's for us, to be able to, to provide for them and to be able to, to be there for them, even as, as parents. and not missing out, on any of their milestones.
Yes.
So this is actually, it is doable. You would have to plan your time and plan everything, around your family, around your interest, around anything that you have going on for you. So nothing is difficult. But the good thing is, even in the training, you have all these, incorporated into the training of how you can actually manage yourself, how you can
Yeah.
manage your life and everything. So that is it. The truth is, nothing stops you if you know what your why, is. If your why is strong, then you will do anything, to survive, just to make sure that you pursue your dream, to achieve whatever you are looking for.
Yeah.
And I'll just take a break now to quickly acknowledge all those who are watching us live. Thank you all so very much. We appreciate you a lot. And feel free, to leave us a message. And feel free to, to tell us where you are watching from. Would like to know and then acknowledge you while we are, live. So that brings us now to the third question. So, are there any career objectives that you have for this business? Do you have any intention of expanding your business, or do you have any intention of introducing maybe new services or new clientele, to your business?
Well, basically, the in fact, this business is all round. It's everything, right? We call it a legacy business because it's a
Yeah,
life business, a business that I can pass on to my children. So it doesn't just end with me. Okay, so basically, expanding, right? Our business is global. Okay, it
yeah,
can be. I'm in the UK, and I have business partners all over the world: Canada, the US, Nigeria, Europe. It's amazing. So, so it's not something where you say, oh, you're in just one location, so that's where you're limited to, which is the beauty about a digital business. Is worldwide, and the reach is so amazing. It's, in fact, it's beyond reach, right? You can't, so there are no limitations, right? So the business is worldwide, and I hope to, I intend to reach the whole world, right? To expand to the whole world, and then adding new services, which is another. And in fact, our business platform just keeps getting better and better and better. When I started, we had um we had about three streams of earning, and then now we had about five. They added two more. So, the world keep changing, new things keep coming up, you know, and the beauty about it is I'm not personally doing any research. I'm not personally going out to look for, oh, what are the new business opportunities out there. I have people who that is their headache, who are thinking on my behalf, who are researching on my behalf, who are looking for new things, how things are working, how easy, and how I can make my business easy, how the new techniques, the new technologies that are coming on. I have people who are doing all of that on my behalf. How awesome is that? My own is just to relax and just be chilling and taking care of my children and earning money. you know so all the hard work is done for me. So they keep researching and researching, and new things are coming up, and they are adding on to it. So it's just amazing. So the business keeps expanding. And obviously, like another beauty why I like this business is nothing is by force. Everything is at my own pace, at my own time, at my own leisure. They might add five more streams of earning. If none of it suits me, Omo, I stick with the one that I like. So nothing is forced on anyone. Everything is independent, is your choice, is your business. You own it. So nothing is forced, and nothing is compulsory. Everything is done as you want. It's what you desire. How many streams do you want? Do you want just one stream? You want two streams? You want three streams? So it's as many as you want, or as little as you want. It all depends on us, which is why I love the platform. So yeah, I mean, as more streams are adding on to the platform. Right now I'm doing three. I'm doing three of the five streams of earning that we have on the platform, and it's absolutely amazing. So as more are adding on and I like them, why not? I will expand into those. And like I say, it's a legacy business. So my like well the one of the reasons why I joined again is because I just thought my children are still young. So by the time when it will matter for, I mean, if I want to send my children to private schools, or if I whatever it is I want to do, wherever they want to go to in this world, whatever they desire. You see this business. Hey, I've already planned their future. It's settled. It's already settled. So this business is just my retirement plan. It's my everything, all in one. Yeah.
Wow. You all heard that now from Sister Matilda. You see, the thing about this business, apart from, what you just said, apart from the fact that, we are here, just talking and talking, there are so many things going on the background, for us. That is how we earn. We don't earn from this talking. We don't earn from coming to you. We don't
Yeah.
earn, from, trying to, get people to come to us, to do the business. So the business is actually taken care of. And the good thing is this business has been in existence for a very, very long time, actually
Absolutely.
older than me, you
Absolutely.
know. So yes. So the truth is, this business has been for a very long time, and it's the same strategy that they've been using for all these decades that is still going on. So it's just
Absolutely.
that we just found it, like she said, she just a little bit over 2 years in the business, but there are some people who have been in the business for longer than than us. But the truth is, this business is for everyone and it's for anyone. In the sense
Yeah.
that if you're looking to start your own business, digital business, starting a digital business is not an easy thing. I remember I tried to start my own digital business, without this platform. But the truth is, if you want to be successful, if you want to be, if you don't want to have too much stress, you need to have a platform that you operate from. You need to
Yeah.
have people working for you on the background. You need to have people, doing the business, what do you call it, the business
Research.
exchanges, on your, while you go about. Because the joys of having a digital business is for you to have that time, to enjoy life, is for you to
Yeah.
have that time to do those things that are very, very important, for
Yeah.
you. So there is no more why would I sit down to maybe to learn about or to learn about a particular business strategy, which will take maybe about a year or so to do, when I can actually just eh, you know
Like,
um plug into a system that is already there and is already working and producing results.
like,
Within 2 weeks, my business is established. All I have to do is to sit back and enjoy the my hard work.
yeah.
Not So the truth is, we are here. We are working smarter and not harder.
Yeah.
So that's what she has just laid out there for us, like you all heard now. So there is just nothing that's will stop us from not you know progress, achieving whatever success that we want to achieve in the business, because we have
ab-
everything in place.
Yeah.
So that brings us now to our fourth, question. Okay, what strategy do you have in mind, to ensure the long-term success of your business? I know you did mention it, in the third question as well, but you see, we just kind of bring everything in. So go ahead and throw some things in there.
Like I always say, consistency. Consistency. Consistency is the key. There's a reward for consistency. See, like I said before, nothing works if we don't work it, right? If you have see, digital businesses, regular 9 to 5, or traditional businesses, everything is the same. The principles are the same. The only difference is I'm working smarter, right? I own my time. I'm working flexibly. I do what I want, when I want, how I want. That's the only advantage of having a digital business to a traditional business and 9 to 5. The truth is, if you don't show up, your business will not work. I show up for my business and I show up at my own time, which is the difference from somebody who has to wake up to an alarm, which is the difference from someone who has to physically carry themselves to their physical shop or business, right? And open it and sit down there in one location,
Mm.
right? You need to show up. Consistency. Consistency is the key to anything in life. Even with our children, even if you're trying to put your children on a routine, if you're not consistent with it, they will not, the routine will fall apart.
It won't work. Yeah.
Exactly,
Yeah.
it won't work.
Yeah.
So you have to be
True.
consistent. If you're trying to make your child, you're weaning your child from maybe breastfeeding, or you're trying to make them to eat something else. If you're not consistent with it will not work. It's the same thing. That's the principle of life. We just have to keep showing up and have to be consistent. Nothing works if we don't work it. So the fact that you have a digital business doesn't mean you wake up today, you sleep and wake up and hope that things will just be falling into your account. It doesn't work that way. Consistency is the key. Yes, when I first started, like I say, once you the first anything at all, once you first start, even when you have children, like you have your first child, you do everything, you are extra. You're extra with everything. You're overprotective, you're over checking, you're over changing, you're over everything is over. But once you now have the second child, you've had practice, right? So you're chilled. If the child fall down and say, I want you cancer, I believe he will stand up, because you know that nothing will happen to the child. So you've had practice with the first one. So the second and the third and the fourth, it just flows seamlessly. So that's how it is with anything in life, even with this business. When I first started, like we were chatting before we came on air, at first I used to put in a lot of hours, so because I wanted to get a whole, I mean, once you start something, you want to learn it, you want to understand it, right? It's a new thing for me. I've never done a digital business before until I started this business. And so it was so amazing that the training is so simple. Everything is video based, and it's so straightforward, easy to use, user friendly. So I took my time. When I put my children to bed, like I said, I send them to bed early because I wanted to understand the business. It's something that I know, this is my lifeline. This is my retirement plan. So I wanted to understand it. So at the first time when I started, obviously I put in more hours when I first started because I was trying to learn the system. Now that I've learned it, I mean, I'm 2 years plus. I'm chilled right now. In fact, I don't think I do up to an hour or 2 hours of work a day, on my business. But before, maybe when I first started, okay, maybe I can put in 2 hours, 3 hours, as I can. Maybe while my children are sleeping, if they're taking a nap for 2 hours, I'll use that 2 hours to learn some things. When I do school runs, come back, they nap in the night. When they sleep again, I do something else. But now I've had the hang of the business. I understand the business. I know what it is. So if I want to do something now, maybe something that would have been taking me an hour to do, now it will take me like 5-10 minutes. I'm done. So that's my strategy. So once we're consistent, at first, yes, once you're starting anything new, you put in more hours, but once you've gotten a hang of it, it becomes less, you're now more chilled, and you're just consistently just flowing with the system. So that's my strategy, and that's what I always say to everyone. Be consistent with your business. There's a price for consistency. Once you keep at it, even the Bible says it says, seest thou a man that is diligent in his business, he shall stand before kings and not mean men. So once you're diligent with your business, rewards, in fact, the reward will just keep pouring in. So that's my key, that's my strategy, and that's my principle. Be diligent, be consistent, and the rewards, God Himself will just keep rewarding us. So yeah, that's my strategy.
Thank you so, so much, Sister Matilda. Before we go ahead now, I'm just going to quickly acknowledge Teresa or Lisa. Teresa is watching us, from the UK. Thank you so much, Teresa, for your support. We appreciate you. Keep telling us, where you are watching from. If you're live with us at the moment, just, so that we appreciate you, okay? So that brings us now to the fourth question. Like I said, we are going to try as much as we can just to so that we can go back to the babies, okay? So right now, I'm going to go down to the fifth, question, and that is: have you set any short-term goals, to help you achieve your long-term career objectives? Yes, you've also mentioned it again, but it's just like you're just, kind of repeating yourself, but this time just elaborate a little bit, with this one.
Yeah, so basically short term goals, obviously, like they always say with anything, have a vision board, right? Have a vision board. What do I want to achieve today? You start with today. Make it simple, make it easy. What do I want to achieve today? Okay, I always, I even with my children, because I have 4 young children, and baby brain has settled. So I
Mm,
forget things. So I write a lot. So if I want to do XYZ today, I write it down. And in my head, sometimes I make a mental note. Okay, I make a mental note. So I say, okay, I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do this, and I just keep going like that. And it's okay. This is done. This is done. So I tick, tick, tick. So that's how I do. I run my business too. Okay, today, what am I doing today? What training am I getting off today? What am I taking today? So I do that today. What am I doing in this week? What am I doing this month? What do I want to achieve this month? What do I want to achieve this quarter? So that's how I set my goal, and that's how I set my strategy. So I do daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly. And then that obviously takes you to the longer term. Okay, in so and so months, this for me, when I started this business, I gave myself 5 years. And like we say to everybody, this business is not a quick rich scheme. It's not a business where
mm,
you come in and you're looking for kalu kalu. It's not that kind of kalu kalu overnight success syndrome. This is a
yeah.
legit business, long term business that you plan for yourself, for your children. That's why it's called a legacy business, right? We get our retirement plan. So what I did when I came in, I gave myself, I said, Matilda, now your babies are 15 months. I tell myself, I first of all, I said, imagine for the past 15 months, when I told myself, I said, 15 months, you've had the children, you've sat at home 15 months without earning a dime. Imagine now on the next 15 months after now, what you're going to achieve. So the first goal I gave to myself was 15 months. I said, let me see what I will achieve, because for the first 15 months of when I had the babies, I didn't earn anything. So I said, okay, give yourself 15 months and see where you will go. And after that, I told myself 5 years. I said, in 5 years, because that's when I told myself that I would have been able to start earning, or start thinking of going back to work, right? Because then my babies will be in they've already started big school reception, and they will be in like year one at that time. So I just told myself, okay, in another 4 5 years, your children would have started school. Maybe then you can even start part-time, because I mean I still have to do school runs, right? Maybe I can now start doing part-time work or something, or maybe start working and then work from home or whatever. Of course, even if you're working from home for with any company, at first you still have to go in. There are some days where you have to go in, and then you have meetings that are scheduled. You have to be there. So I gave myself 5 years, and now I've done 2 years, and how far I've come is just the grace of God. God has brought me thus far, that in fact I'm just so grateful to him for how far he has brought me. So I have 3 years to go, and I've achieved so much in my business by the grace of God and by the help of the Holy Spirit. So yeah, so I plan daily, I plan, you know, quarterly, weekly. I set timelines for myself, because that way it's easier. Because if you don't say, oh, if you just leave it like that, it gets a bit too vague, and then you won't be able to measure your progress and measure yourself, and like I always say, to bet on yourself. Don't measure your progress or your success on other people's journey. Everybody, we're all unique, we're all different. My journey is different from Vera's journey, right? Like I always say to people, the grace on my life and the favor on my life is different from the grace and favor on Vera's life. So I might start something today, and tomorrow, boom, I'll take off like that. Vera might come in, and then it might take her, maybe what took me 1 week might take Vera 1 day, right? So we're all different. So measure your progress and success on your own personal journey. So that's how I do so I measure daily, weekly, and like that, and it's been amazing. Same way I plan for my children, that's how I plan for my business, and it's been working absolutely amazing.
Wow. I actually, from the beginning of this interview, I told people to sit back, and watch this interview, because you're going to learn a lot, from that. There's just something that you actually mentioned there that actually, I just kept, meditating on that. It is with when you said you write down everything. Even as small as that might seem, to someone, that kind of takes a lot of stress from your mental, ability.
Yes.
Most of the time we put everything on the head, we try to use the head for everything. And when it is time for the head to truly, work its job, we end up, talking about, having this brain fog, having, especially ladies, when we have, when we are overwhelmed with, our lives and everything going on for us. So thank you so much for sharing that. I do hope that, those that are watching, you are learning, a lot, from this. Sit back, we still have some few questions to go. I am sure by the end of this, you're going to be very, very blessed. And at this juncture, I would take, this time to also appreciate Joy Reps, business consultant. Thank you so much, sister. Will you please tell us where you are watching from? Though she didn't mention where she's watching from, but yeah, thank you so much for your support. We appreciate you, and may God bless you. And I just love this. Now, this is the kind of testimony, that usually blows my mind. Okay. When we are in this business, we are not just here for ourselves at all or alone. We're actually here, to support people, from different parts of the world. And a lot of lives has been changed by that action. And this
Absolutely.
is, Teresa or Lisa, here she goes, with her, her
Teresa.
testimony. Thank you so much, for throwing this here for us, Teresa. We appreciate you a lot, So that is it now. You see, I said I am actually very privileged, to have you here, on my page, to interview you on my page, because I know that I was going to gain a lot, from this. Thank you, so much. Yeah, that's very, very beautiful. Yeah. And I would also like to appreciate, oh yes, Joy Reps actually told us that she's watching from California. Thank you so much, sister. We appreciate you. I hope the weather is okay and, beautiful the way it is for us at the moment, down there in California. And we also have Lillian. Lillian is watching us from Dubai. That's Dubai, right? The UAE. It could be different
Hey,
parts of the UAE,
Lily.
but yeah. Yeah, thank you so much, for your support. Thank you for, dropping by, to watch us, here. We appreciate you as well. So right now we'll now go down to the what questions are we in? I think is the number 6, right?
I
So
think.
that is, I think we these questions, they are all kind of related, but at the same time, I love the way you expatiate on each and every one of them. So I'm going to take my time, sit down here, and enjoy the details. So could you provide details about your retirement plan in relation to your ownership of their business?
Okay. Yeah, like I said before, this business is a legacy business, and it's a business where I can pass on to my children. And like we say in our business, we all have a retirement plan, right? And in fact, that's how the business is set up. It's set up so that you can get your retirement. And like I always say, we all have our individual journeys, okay?
Mhm.
What someone might retire after 2 years, after 3 years, after 4 years, after 5 years. I gave myself 5 years. Okay. I gave myself 5 years to hit the goal that I want in this business. From day one, I gave myself that goal for myself. I said in 5 years, I would have reached a point where I would have gotten to retirement. Imagine that. Imagine that I've been in the United Kingdom since I came in 2005. So this is like how many years now? 17, 18 years thereabouts. And in all of that time, there has not been any one single career path that would have led me to a point where I would be retiring in 5 years and I'll be making the kind of earning the kind of money that I will be earning from this business. None. I can beat my chest. I'm saying it with my full chest. As in, you see, this business, God blessed me the day I found this business. I always say that. I say, God, I say, and the reason why obviously God brought this business because of my triplet boys. They brought me this business because I had a plan. I was going to do something in IT, right? But God said, forget that IT plan. That is not where I'm taking you to. You see this business, because if I didn't have my boys, I would have, if I had just a single child and plus they didn't, I would have found a way, done my training, gone to do that IT job. I just put the child in some daycare because that was my plan. That is what everybody does. But God said, I have better plans for you. My plans for you, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. So He brought the triplets for me to refocus and rewire my thinking. And that's how I got. So in 5, I told myself I've done 2 years now. In 3 years or more, I'll be flying around this world, enjoying myself. Because the truth is, a lot of people who do regular work and they retire. When do you retire? People retire at 65, at 70, when they've drained the whole life out of you, right? When you don't even have time to enjoy. Where do you want to go to at that time? Most people at that time, they just want to just. And the truth is, how much do they even pay you? What is the pension that most people get at that age? You understand? So, but imagine someone retiring at 35, at 40, at 45. Come on. The world is your oyster. Because you're retiring, because the truth is, why do people retire? Most people retire because they are old. Now, we're not retiring because we are old. We are retiring because we have more than enough saved up. We have enough resources to do what we like, how we like, when we like. I mean, is that not the life? Is that not why people are working? Is that not why we work?
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why we work, so that we can earn and live in comfort, so that we can provide the kind of future and the things that our children want. Not that your child will want something and you'll be calculating and thinking, let's wait till next month, or let's wait till 2 months. And then
Mm.
people will be calling you from back home, you'll be dodging call. Omo, you see this business. In fact, don't even get me started. That
Mm.
retirement plan is already in the bags. It's
Yeah.
already, because our business is set up in a way that it plans the future for you. So you don't need to bother your head. As in the way you are going, from day one to the day you will get your. It has already planned, mapped it out for you. So it's all set. It's all set, and the better is the end than the beginning thereof with this business. They have planned your future. They have set it in a way that you will be set for life. Your children will be set for life. That is how amazing this business platform is. It's a business that thinks about you and thinks about your future. It's not just taking from you, but it's giving you much more than you're even bringing to the table. So it's a blessing all around. My retirement is secured, though. It is secured. I'm so looking forward to it, because right now, obviously, I can be traveling, but I can't do what I want night time, because the reason why I mean, apart from loving to take care of my children, I don't want to give my children to nannies and helps. Why would I want to do that when I have the whole time in the world? There's enough time to
Mm.
travel. There's enough time to do all I want to do. Right now, I'm building the foundations. I'm setting the right foundation for them right now. So once they have gotten to that age where, okay, I can now leave them, I've said their characters are set, I'll be jetting around everywhere. So yeah, so that is my retirement plan. It's all set.
Mm. Wow, wow, wow. You guys have actually heard it all. And there is still more, to be honest. There is still more. But unfortunately, we don't have much time. So we're going to try to rush through the remaining questions because, like I said, most of the questions are kind of related. But I like the way you expatiate on them. I like the way you kind of went into everything and, brought out, yes, the flavor from even the simple questions. Right now, I just want to quickly appreciate Lillian Irok again. There you go. She said, yeah, she's from Dubai. And wow, wow, wow. She said, thank you so much. Yeah. And oh, look at that again. So that's the greetings for you, Sister Matilda. If you want to appreciate and acknowledge,
Hey
Lillian
Lily,
Irok.
that's my rock star. Hey Lillian.
Yeah. Very good. Thank you so, so much. Thank you. We appreciate you a lot, Lillian. All your comments, are being, acknowledged here. Thank you so much for everything. We appreciate you. So very quickly, we run down to the seventh, question. Okay. How has owning digital business, the truth is you have said all this. You have said us all this already, but you should know you still have something to just, quickly throw in here with appreciate it, because to be honest, if not for our time, because as mothers we have to go back to the children before they, before they get, upset or too tired, from the time that we have actually placed on them. I would have actually preferred to just sit down here and listen to you all day because you are just so interesting.
Well, in
Yeah.
fact, this question is one question I would like to really answer, because the truth is, like I always say, before I started this business, I could literally pay someone. If I have anything to do on the laptop, I could literally pay someone to do it for me. I hated laptop with a passion. anything that would take me to do anything on a laptop, I can pay somebody to go and do it. But you see, right now, laptop is my best friend. Hey,
Are you?
because why? The reason why I didn't like laptop, because I felt they were complicated. I felt I didn't understand it. You have to learn this. You have to. But right now, the growth. In fact, within days. In fact, I was doing onboarding. I was doing training for somebody who just joined this business, and she started, like we say, of course you need a laptop and you need your phone, a smartphone, to start this business. But even if you don't have a laptop, when you start, you can still start with your phone, and then you get your laptop. So we're trying to set her up, and then we're using her phone, and then we went on a Zoom call, and then we shared screen. So I told her how to share her screen, and I was, like, trying to show her stuff, and so she's like, oh wow, so you could do this. You're seeing my screen. You can do. In fact, the things she learned in one day, she was like, I didn't know this is possible. I didn't know that is possible. In fact, from the first day we spoke and I shared screen with her on Messenger, she was like, how, what's going on, how can, so the personal growth alone, forget about even the money part, right? You see, this business is a blessing all around. You get so confident, it boosts, like I was saying to my daughter, like, when I was teaching her, and I said, when you know something, okay, we went to church. It's so fun, such a funny story. I think they gave them memory verses, and I think the day they shared the memory verse, she was not there, and they don't give them to take home to practice. So the next time she went, they were asking them one by one to say the memory verse, and she didn't know it, so she got shy. So she didn't. So the next day she didn't want to go to the. So she's like, oh, she wants to stay with her brothers in their class. I said, why? But you like children's church, you should go. So she was feeling some. I just knew there was something. And then I asked one of the teachers questions. My friend said, what? How did they teach them? What's happening? So the lieutenant said, oh, that she's thinking maybe it's because of the memory verse, because they asked them one at a time. I say, oh, it's a confidence thing. She's shy. Like, if she doesn't know it, maybe other children will know how they will look at you. So imagine. So that made her uncomfortable, right? So you see, knowledge is power. Knowledge gives you confidence. Knowledge boosts your morale. It gives you, in fact, you will booga. You understand? As the my Nigerian people,
Absolutely, yeah.
So this business, they are as little as, a lot of people are not good with technologies. A lot of people are not good with computers. A lot of people are not good with simple things that you would know once you start this business. See us, we're doing go live, we're streaming, right?
Mm.
What's my business with? How I didn't know anything about streaming, but right now the things I know that you can do. You see that phone that you use how many millions to go and buy, that you're just using to make calls and do text messages, can do so
And
much more.
watch a TikTok.
I'm telling you, the personal growth alone in this business. Talk about the books that they encourage you to read. Talk about the friendships. Talk about, in fact, you meet people with like minds. You speak, you make friends with people who are thinking beyond. I mean, the personal growth for me is mind blowing. Even if for nothing else, the fact it gives you so much confidence and so much, I don't know, it just opens your eyes and your mind to a whole new world. So the personal growth is priceless. That's all I can say. It's priceless.
You see, I'm actually glad that you volunteered, to touch this particular question, because I was just going to, truncate it off. But I thank God that you actually went into this. But the truth is, she has said a lot, and I do know a lot of people who are actually interested in doing the digital business. And then one of the first question I get is, "Hey, I beg, I know if you speak that una English one and they go knack for them. Me, I know if you write too." But the truth is, I might be saying this now, but anybody that actually sees me would think that, oh, she's actually good with English, she's good, her grammar is okay. But the truth is, everything actually developed with this business. They probably were there, but I just couldn't. I do go live. I mean, I go live sometimes, before I started this business. But most of the time, is to face the camera to my children, not to
Exactly.
myself.
Exactly.
I remember, like, if you're watching us now and then you have the time to look at my page, go to my first go live. You would actually see I was, even though nobody was there with me, I was on my own. But at the same time, you can actually see that, okay, I was really, 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 really nervous. So the truth is, this business actually gives you a lot. It develops you overnight.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you are the type who is shy, In fact, you will develop wings, and then
Yeah.
you'll be surprised that you'll be hosting thousands of people,
Yeah.
on a live, programs like this. So
Yes.
that just let nothing at all, stop you
Absolutely.
if at all you're interested in the business, and one of the drawbacks for you will be, oh, I can't do this, because we have a training, that is there for you, that you can actually learn everything that you need
Yeah.
from scratch. In fact, that was why I put up this, the my the banner that you can actually start this business from scratch. That means you
Absolutely.
have no idea about anything. You don't even know where your alphabet or your letters is on your keyboard. But because you have the training and you have a mentor, you know, to take you through this journey, so you don't have anything to worry about. It's just for you to indicate your interest.
Yes.
So right now, I will quickly appreciate this last person. Yes. Thank you so much again, Sister Lillian. Yeah, she said she learned a lot from you. Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. That is the beauty of the business. Like I actually have some cards, that people actually sent to me, appreciating me, for assisting them to know all the truth is they are all there. But you don't know what you actually do with them. The fact that you know that you can actually make ego with this
Yeah.
with this process, and at the same time you can actually help people, because if at
Absolutely.
from the beginning you know that you are going to be helping people too, to come into the business to do the same things, that definitely you have to learn. And
Yeah.
one good thing about us, teaching people, about what we already know, because when you tell somebody what you already know, you are kind of doubling your own knowledge as well. So that is
Yeah.
the beauty of it. So yeah, that's oh my god, I just want this go live, to really go on forever. But unfortunately, we have to return back to our own life. Although there's one last question there, which I will at this point just twist for you. It's just one last advice that you have for anyone watching us at the moment.
See, like I always say to people, nothing changed, right? I see people who come in, they ask questions about the business, and then they just kind of, just slack off. And I'm thinking, you're looking for the reason why you reached out is because you're not satisfied with where you are. You're looking for something, you're searching. And God, being so gracious, brought this opening your way, and then you're questioning it. Some people don't even go as far as those. The webinar is 90 minutes. I don't have that time, but we have time to watch home video. We have time to be scrolling through social media 2 hours, 3 hours, still not gaining anything. But something that will change our lives. 90 minutes. The workshop is 90 minutes. First things first, register name and email address on any of the links that you see. Watch that 90 minutes workshop. Once you watch that workshop, it explains what we do. Somebody will tell you, oh, can't you just tell me? But you see, imagine me breaking down a 90 minutes workshop into how many minutes? I have 4 children. My sister has 6 children. Imagine me. I have inquiries from all over the world, 20, 30 in a day. Imagine me answering every one of those phone calls and speaking to those people, trying to explain a 90 minutes workshop. Where will I have time to feed my children? Where will I have time to teach my child? Where will I have time to do the things? The reason why I'm working online anyways, what time will I have? So that's why
Exactly.
we're working smart. So in the bid to work smart, we've put together that 90 minutes workshop. We say, okay, watch this workshop. We've broken down the steps, we've explained this business and how it works. Like they always say, if you want to hide something from an African, put it in a book or put it in something where they will read. Can we change that narrative, my people? Let's change that
Mm,
narrative. let's
absolutely.
let's get information for ourselves. Let's not always wait for watered down version of things. We've put together, people have carefully put this webinar together so that it will benefit the wider generation, the wider audience. Register name and email address. First things first. Oh, imagine I want to start, I don't know where to start. First things first, register name and email address, then watch the 90 minutes workshop. And after you watch the 90 minutes workshop, for a token that anybody who is serious to change their life, their family, their generation, there's a sum, a token to pay that token, come into our private community. The reason why we ask people to pay that token is because our community is private, and we have, like I said, 5 streams of earning. Okay, and because we have that 5 streams of earning, and I am doing 3, Vera is doing a couple of those. So we don't know what will suit you. We don't know what you would like, what your personality is like. So we've said, okay, we have been so generous enough, which is why I love this business. The integrity in our community is absolutely mind blowing.
Yeah.
Come with that, pay that token, come in, see the 5 different streams of earning that we have on the platform. Choose the ones that would suit you, that would suit anyone. Then, if for any reason at all, right, none of the 5 streams of earning suits you, ask for a refund. They won't actually, nobody would come and do any interview to say, oh, why are you asking for a refund? Why? Immediately ask for your refund, and it will be processed to you immediately. We have nothing to lose, but everything to gain, to come and check out this business for ourselves. Now, those who are sitting on the fence, some people would have come in and they're still sitting on the fence. Omo, you've come to you. It's just like there was this ad that someone did. Some people were digging a hole for diamond. They've dug for days, and they just had just one more stroke to go, and they say, I beg, we are tired, we are going back. Somebody else just came and did that one and carried the diamond. So now you've come through the process of reaching out to us. You've come through the process of registering your name and email address. You've come through the process of watching the 90 minutes webinar. Some people will stop there. Why now? Why do yourself that disfavor? Go the whole 9 yards. Come into the community. See what the business is about. Okay, some people will come and then they will stop there. Why? Go the whole 9 yards. Book that coaching call. Do your strategy call. Let the coach explain the best way for to take advantage of this business. Trust me, see, this business is a life-changing business. There's no limit to how far you can go.
Absolutely.
There's no cap. The possibilities are endless. They are endless. You don't need to be IT guru. I didn't like computers when I started this business. I was not a tech guru. I didn't know anything about all these technical things. But see me right now. I'm a genius. I can do anything on my phone, on a laptop, because I learned. And it's so easy to learn because the training is such user friendly, right? So anybody can learn it from scratch. You don't need any previous experience. You don't need to even have had a business before. This can be your first, and it will be your stepping stone, to get into the digital platform. You don't need to go and look for any content, right? You're not reinventing anything. Our system is plug and play. Like Vera said, within 2 weeks, everything is set up, website built for you, training sites loaded, everything we need, all the tools, all the marketing tools. We don't need to know anybody to start this business, which is why I love it. I don't like to disturb people, right? Start this business. You don't need to call anybody. You don't need to disturb your entire community or those who are on your contacts before they start hiding from you. We don't need anybody. Everything is set up for you to succeed on our platform. We're not buying anything, we're not selling anything. It's such an amazing platform. But the truth is, come see it for ourselves. Like I always say, it's window shopping. You know how somebody can go into a car shop and go and test drive the car without buying?
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
what our system
Come
is
and
for.
test drive. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Come and test
absolutely.
drive. Come and window shop. It's for free, right?
Mm.
Because the truth is, it's for free, because even that token that we're paying, we can get it back without questions
Mm.
asked. So which means you come into our community for free
Mm.
and you're going away. So come and
Yeah.
window shop, come and test drive. All we're asking is this opportunity, like the Bible says, in our light shall we see light. We have seen the light. Now we're coming asking people to come and see light in our life. We have seen it. We are cutting soap for everybody, as my Nigerians will say. You know,
Abby.
come and see what we have found. We have found the key to success. We have found the key. See, a lot of people see, if you're abroad, no need to struggle. You see that packing shift, working long hours, working overnight, working. See, there's no need for all that. We can live abroad and live a good life. We
Mm.
can live abroad and and enjoy abroad, right? We don't have to struggle. God has made a way. So come and plug into this system and enjoy what God has brought your way. There's a reason why you're seeing this video. There's a reason why we're on your timeline. So do the needful and hop on board. Yeah, no need to delay.
Thank you so much, Sister Matilda. In fact, that is a bomb. Um, everybody, like you have actually heard everything from not from the horse's mouth alone, but the truth is you must have heard or seen, this kind of videos or anything anywhere. But the truth is, I will not be coming out here if the integrity of the business is
Absolutely.
questioned. I
Yeah.
will not be coming out here if this business was illegal. This
Yeah.
business is legal. It is registered here. I'm registered
Yeah.
here in Ireland. She's registered there in the UK.
Yeah.
You know, and this business you have, like she mentioned, is a legacy that you have for your family. Because do you want to? I remember there was a time I was actually speaking to one of my cousins, whom the father has actually passed away a long time ago. And even after the father passed away a long time ago, at old age anyway, ripe old age, they are still receiving, some dividends from the investment of the father. That is what this business does, for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have any doubt at all, just come in and see for yourself. There is no need for you to sit on the fence. There's no need for you to come in, and go out. Come in and see for yourself. Then if it is for you, you will remain. But I trust you. You are going to thank yourself, for taking your time to watch that video. The
Yeah.
same thing I did for myself. I don't know where I would have been today if I've actually, if not for this business. Like I just said, this business gave me my life back, in total. Like right now, I do not have any pain, anything, anywhere. And I'm wondering, I can actually function, even as a mom of six. I can actually do things. I even had the time, to even go back to school. And right now, let me tell you, when you have your time, in fact, you can have the world in your pocket.
Yeah.
But the truth is, most of us, we end up, selling that time for
Peanuts.
just exactly. So the truth is, when you have the time, you can actually do everything for yourself. Or do you actually want to wait until you do not know how your old age is going to be?
Yes.
You don't know if you're going to be using sticks. You don't know if you're going to be okay, mentally, given the kind of world that we live in today. So why not start enjoying that your golden age
Now.
from now? It is possible by this business. So we invite you, to to come in and see for yourself. Oh, very quickly, we have some questions coming in. I don't know if we can still have time. Sister Matilda, would you have time to answer one or two questions,
Yeah, sure.
please? Okay. And Sister Lillian, I actually see your question there. Okay, what we are going to do, okay? I'm going to copy this question now, okay, because of time. I'm going to copy this question and then, forward it to Sister Matilda, and then she would answer you in private if that is okay. And thank you so much for your support. Once again, thank you for your love. Thank you for everything. And Sister Matilda, thank you so much. I appreciate you. May
Thank you.
God bless you.
The
And
privilege.
hopefully we'll do more and more of this, in the future.
Absolutely.
God
Absolutely.
bless you.
God bless you.
Bye for now.
Take care. Bye. Bye, people.